The WNBA has never experienced a moment quite like this. Ratings are skyrocketing, arenas are packed, rivalries are turning electric, and the league suddenly feels like the center of the sports world. Yet beneath the bright lights and viral highlights, something darker is unraveling behind the scenes. The Indiana Fever, the team at the heart of this historic surge, are quietly collapsing under pressure. What looks like a dream season on the outside is beginning to feel like a crisis on the inside, with rumors swirling of fractured chemistry, frustrated veterans, and an overwhelmed rookie superstar caught in the crossfire. And at the center of it all stands owner Steve Simon, a man known for calm decision-making who is now reportedly ready to make the boldest move of his career. According to insiders, Simon has already reached out to one figure, the only figure who could walk into the chaos and restore order with a single glare: Cheryl Miller, a pioneer, a champion, a force of nature, the original blueprint for women's basketball greatness. And according to reports, she may be preparing for a return that could shake the entire league to its core. Steve Simon is not a reactionary owner. He is patient, strategic, and deeply invested in the Fever's long-term success. But this season has tested every ounce of his patience. He has watched the locker room divide under the enormous spotlight Caitlin Clark brought with her. He has watched veterans grow resentful of the sudden shift in attention, and he has watched Clark herself try to hold the franchise together, despite the unrealistic expectations placed on her shoulders. The pressure on Clark has been relentless, with every game treated like a national event, and every mistake magnified into a headline. Insiders say she has remained composed in public, but in private, she has grown frustrated by the lack of structure, the lack of leadership, and the lack of direction that every great team needs. She has reportedly told teammates that the talent is there, but the system simply is not. For a team drowning in potential but starved of guidance, Simon knows something has to change. That is where Cheryl Miller enters the picture. Simon's rumored call to her wasn't about filling a coaching vacancy, it was about repairing a culture. Few people in the history of basketball command a room the way Cheryl Miller does. She does not rely on social media, flashiness, or theatrics. She carries her authority in the way she stands, the way she speaks, and the way the air shifts when she walks into a gym. She built USC into a dynasty. She shaped her brother Reggie Miller into one of the most feared shooters in NBA history. She changed the way America viewed women's basketball before the WNBA even existed. Her confidence is not manufactured. Her presence is not debatable. Her legacy is not up for negotiation. And when a leader like Steve Simon looks at the chaos surrounding his franchise and says they need someone to reset the standard, Cheryl Miller is the only name that makes sense. Sources say their first meeting has already happened, held quietly in Indianapolis, away from the cameras and away from the noise. The discussion reportedly centered around a consultant role, something insiders have described as the role before the role. It would allow Miller to evaluate the organization from the inside without the immediate pressure of a full-time coaching position. But make no mistake, if Miller steps into this franchise in any capacity, she won't be coming to observe. She'll be coming to transform. This is a woman who built her reputation on discipline, accountability, and excellence at a time when no one was watching. And now, she has the chance to bring that same fire to a league that desperately needs it. At the center of the storm sits Caitlin Clark, the phenomenon carrying the weight of the sport. She has brought millions of fans to the WNBA, injected new life into every market she visits, and ignited a cultural movement that stretches far beyond basketball. But she cannot be expected to carry the burden alone. The scrutiny, the pressure, the constant noise, it would break most rookies. What Clark needs is guidance. What she needs is structure. What she needs is a mentor who understands what it means to carry an entire sport on her back. That person is Cheryl Miller. Under Miller's leadership, Clark could evolve into not just a star, but the generational legend she is destined to become. Miller would challenge her, sharpen her, toughen her, and give her the tools to rise above the drama that has surrounded her. From the moment she stepped onto a WNBA court, Clark has already mastered scoring and playmaking. What Miller can teach her is dominance. Steve Simon is reportedly thinking beyond just the Fever. Insiders say he envisions a future where Miller helps rebuild the entire WNBA's coaching pipeline, bringing back legends like Lisa Leslie, Dawn Staley, and Tina Thompson to mentor the next generation. Imagine the impact of a league led by its greatest pioneers, teaching today's stars what sacrifice, grit, and excellence truly look like. That is the cultural reboot the WNBA has been missing. That is the kind of leadership fans crave. And that is the reason the Fever owner wants Cheryl Miller involved at any level she is willing to accept. If Cheryl Miller walks into a Fever practice tomorrow, everything changes instantly. Caitlin Clark would finally have the mentor she has been searching for, veterans would be held accountable, the drama would evaporate, the team would stop functioning like a reality show and start functioning like a championship contender. Miller would restore discipline, demand effort, and enforce standards that have been missing for years. She would be the enforcer the league needs, not just the Fever. She wouldn't care about egos or social media narratives. She would care about winning, improving, and elevating the sport she helped build from the ground up. And the ripple effect would be massive. Her return could ignite a golden era for the WNBA. It could erase years of internal politics, unify fan bases, and elevate the league to global dominance. Cheryl Miller is not just a former player, she is the foundation. The WNBA has spent years searching for its identity, trying to balance entertainment with competition. But the truth is simple. What the league needs now is leadership. What the Fever need now is direction. And what Caitlin Clark needs more than anything is guidance from someone who understands her struggle. If the rumors are true, if Steve Simon truly made the call, then the WNBA might be standing on the brink of a transformation unlike anything it has ever seen. Because when Cheryl Miller steps into a room, things don't just improve, they evolve. And if she returns to the sport she helped create, the WNBA will never be the same again. Do you think Cheryl Miller is the missing piece the Indiana Fever have been searching for? Should Steve Simon bring her in to mentor and elevate Caitlin Clark? Share your thoughts below. And if you want more deep dives into the power shifts, behind-the-scenes drama, and rising legends of the WNBA, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation in the comments. Your voice keeps this story alive.